Okay, I know I'm late to this one, I know, but I made it, and that's all that matters. Basically, a week ago at this point, Valve News Network, now renamed to just Tyler McVicker, made a video saying there may be potentially some good news coming to TF2. And of course, because it's Valve News Network making this video, and this video did fairly well, people were jumping into my Twitch chat and my YouTube comments basically asking me what I thought about it. And to avoid having to repeat myself a million more times, I'm just making a video about it instead. But before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know that a whole bunch of you watching right now aren't actually subscribed. So if that is you and you enjoy the content you're watching right now, then I'd really appreciate it if you click the button. With that out of the way, let's finally talk about this Tyler McVicker video. So this whole video mainly starts out talking about the comics as part of the intro, basically making it sound like there wasn't really going to be a 7th comic pretty much ever, which I think most of us already kind of knew. As much as that news isn't too great, I can't say many of us were super surprised about the whole thing, really. Like, let's just be honest with ourselves. I would love to see one, but like, it doesn't sound like really anybody's working on it or have been working on it for at least a couple of years now. So yeah, that really sucks. And then the rest of the video is then split into these 9 circles. The players, the boards, which was just the word spinning on the screen with like a scream or something. The content creators, the workshop, community orgs, the third parties, seasonal updates, major updates, and the new game. And basically for most of the video until we get to the third parties section, most of them are just generally a very positive overview of the game recently. There was a little bit of information and background about the bots and what they've been doing for the past year, which wasn't so positive, but I mean, if you've been like chilling in the game for a while and you've been paying attention over this last year, a lot of this stuff you already know about and it's not new information. But I'm assuming that Tyler's expecting this to reach an audience that isn't just people who play TF2 all the time and watch TF2 videos all the time, so having that kind of information involved, you know, it was useful. Especially because, yeah, his videos also get watched by CS people, Half-Life people, Nintendo people, so yeah, having that bit of information, while most TF2 players knew it, people who are new and might just be watching his channel might not have known that. But the main bit that actually got me interested in this video was the section about the third parties, where he mentions that there are potentially discussions going around that apparently some third parties are potentially, maybe, but we're not sure, going to be using TF2's characters to make entire games with. Which, just when he says it like that, it sounds amazing. But is this something that we can 100% definitely look forward to, like completely set in stone, like it's 100% happening? No, it's not. But that's why Tyler basically had that little rumor box in the corner. So while that kind of thing does sound really cool, and I would love to see what other companies do with the TF2 characters, it's nothing I'm going to be holding my breath over. It's not anything official. It is just something that maybe Tyler has heard that he wants to include in this video, which is fine. I'm actually not bothered by the fact that there's rumors involved in this video, mainly because he doesn't call himself a news network anymore. I think that was my main issue with it. So, fair play. Until we see an official announcement and get given a date or something to say anything is happening with TF2, I'm happy to believe that something might be, but I'm just going to kind of get on with whatever it is that I was already doing. I have my videos for the year planned out, like over 300 video ideas, so if an update happens or something else happens, that's great. If something doesn't, then, you know, I'm not stressing about it. But if something does happen and I'm completely wrong to have doubted this whole thing, I will happily put my hands up and admit to being wrong. I really will. In situations like this, I want to be proven wrong. But like I said, I've got my videos for the year planned out. So if something good happens, I'm fine. And if something doesn't happen, then I'm fine. So Tyler goes on to say, again with the rumor box in the top corner, so you do need to understand that what he's saying, while it does sound like he's telling the truth and reporting official news and all of that stuff, what he is talking about are just rumors. Could be stuff he's heard, could be things he's kind of making up, like speculation and stuff like that, but it's not to be taken too seriously or that this stuff that he's saying is officially happening. But he goes on to say that likely TF2 will get 2 new systems, Overwatch and Trust Factor, just like CS has. Which, you know, makes sense. I don't see why TF2 wouldn't be able to do that. It already exists in most of Valve's other games, with Dota just getting Overwatch, like Tyler said, and, you know, Trust Factor being in CS already. I mean, I personally think it would be really beneficial to have those kind of systems in place if they actually work, and if Overwatch isn't just a you do this and nothing happens from it kind of thing like it feels like CS is sometimes. So I would love to make TF2 Overwatch videos where we try and decide if someone's cheating or not. I think that'd be great. And I would love an update like that to be real, but we don't know if it is or not. So once again, until I see something in game or I see Valve post something, I'm not going to believe anything I get told about anything. And the reason I'm kind of thinking like this is because this has happened so many times before where people would say an update is coming or like Valve was working on a specific thing. People would get excited for it, start expecting that thing to be real, even if Valve haven't said anything or even if Valve haven't mentioned they're working on anything. The community build up loads of hype around it, and then when it doesn't happen because Valve haven't been working on it, the community gets angry at Valve for not posting the thing that they haven't ever said they're working on. But like some YouTuber somewhere or some community post has said that this is happening, so everyone just kind of believes it. So because of the amount of times that has happened, I'm being a little bit more skeptical than, you know, I would have been maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So going back to the video, the thing that confused me after he said that stuff about the Overwatch and the trust factor is that he said there were a bunch of balance changes, changes to casual matchmaking, community servers, and all of that kind of stuff that sounded like it was an update that was coming very, very soon. Again, the rumor box was in the corner, so it might not be true. I know I'm sounding a lot like a broken record at this point, but it's one of those things I'm going to need to see to believe. The idea sounds great. I would love for that to be a real thing, but I can't believe anything until I see it in game. So there we have it. That's basically my opinion on this whole Valve News Network video, Tyler McVicker video, and basically with any video where people say something is coming to the game. I'd love to believe all of this amazing stuff is happening in TF2. I'm happy to be wrong in the future, but I don't always believe all of the stuff people are saying in videos like this because I know Valve doesn't talk to YouTubers. Or maybe if they do, they've just left me out. Either way, if you're watching a whole bunch of videos like this where people are talking about potential future updates, then don't take anything too seriously. Don't believe every single word that person says, because a lot of the time these people just don't know. We just like talking about a really good future for TF2 because that's kind of just what we all want. But anyway, that is going to do it for the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you leave this video a like. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed the content and you want to see more stuff from me, then I'd really appreciate it if you clicked the subscribe button. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all tomorrow with another one. Goodbye.